You've spent 2 years grinding for 15 points at A-level, but to get into the University of Zimbabwe's pharmacy program, those grades only get you to the starting line. Waiting behind these doors is the real filter, the mandatory psychometric test and interview. Today, we are going to break down exactly what this assessment looks like, what subjects to actually review, how to approach the interview, and how to arrive completely prepared. First, let's verify you meet the paper requirements. This shows the official UZ entry requirements for the Bachelor of Pharmacy honors degree. To qualify, you must have an A-level pass in chemistry, plus 2 other science subjects like physics, mathematics, or biology. Having those 3 science passes secures your application, but UZ receives thousands of qualified submissions annually. The university uses this in-person assessment to select the top tier from a massive applicant pool. This selection process happens once a year, specifically targeting candidates for the August intake. Passing this stage requires a completely different approach to studying. You need to shift from a narrow focus on memorizing deep calculations to demonstrating a broad, adaptable understanding of the medical sciences. At UZ, the pharmacy program falls under the broader College of Health Sciences. Because of this, their aptitude testing heavily favors biological sciences, regardless of the exact subjects you took at A-level. This creates a trap for students applying with an MPC combination: maths, physics, and chemistry. If you haven't opened up a biology textbook since your O-level days, you will be caught off guard. Past applicants consistently report that the test primarily focuses on chemistry and biology. You do not need to read an entire A-level biology syllabus in a week. The examiners are not looking for intricate metabolic pathways or complex mathematical proofs. You need to apply the surface level rule. This means you only need to know the high-level definitions and basic purposes of biological mechanisms, rather than the granular, step-by-step chemical reactions. High-scoring MPC students often over-prepare for complex physics calculations while ignoring basic biology. That narrow focus explains why otherwise brilliant candidates often failed this specific test. Let's look at a confirmed past question to see exactly what surface level means. In previous years, candidates were simply asked, "What is meiosis?" You don't need to draw out every stage of prophase and metaphase. You just need the test-ready definition. Meiosis is a type of reductional cell division that creates 4 gamete cells, each with half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell, and it is used specifically for sexual reproduction. Apply this exact definitional approach to other foundational biological concepts. Review basic cell structure, the major human organ systems, and the basics of genetics. Switch your focus next over to chemistry. Since it is the only strictly compulsory A-level subject for the degree, its core principles will be heavily tested. Spend your time reviewing introductory organic chemistry, the differences between covalent, ionic, and hydrogen bonds, and the basic trends of the periodic table. By prioritizing these broad, verbal explanations over grinding through heavy stoichiometry equations, you avoid overstudying the wrong material and burning yourself out before test day. Once you clear the written psychometric test, you face the face-to-face interview. Here, the lecturers judge your demeanor and presence just as much as your technical answers. Past applicants emphasize that baseline likability is critical. One previous candidate noted, "Be outstanding and friendly to the lecturers. You will be competing against a lot of people." Display calm confidence. Maintain sustained eye contact, listen carefully to the questions, and project a personable, approachable attitude even when you are put on the spot. The UZ lecturers use the interview to verify your academic knowledge while actively screening for the resilient, empathetic temperament required to survive the stressful environment of the healthcare profession. Your success relies on 3 pillars: brushing up on surface-level biology, especially if you come from a pure MPC background, reviewing fundamental chemistry concepts, and preparing a confident, friendly interview persona. Logistically, submit your application as early as possible to secure your spot in the pipeline for the August intake. This image shows the logo for Psychometric, a resource that offers practice materials. Take standard, timed aptitude tests online to improve your overall test-taking speed and reduce your cognitive overload on the actual day of the assessment. Armed with this highly targeted approach, you won't be blindsided by unexpected biology questions. You'll walk onto the UZ campus feeling completely prepared. Ultimately, the UZ Psychometric test identifies the most adaptable, well-rounded future pharmacists in Zimbabwe, selecting for the medical intuition that A-levels alone cannot measure.